Hey guys, what is going on? It is the big homeboy Axianerve, and I know this isn't a video, it's more or less a slideshow, but hey, I'm still gonna post it to YouTube because god damn it, I am very proud of what I've been doing for quite a while now, and I just wanted to show you guys. Now, first things first, heads up, this is a Minecraft world, so fasten your seatbelts. So, I was working on this Minecraft world, which I call the Underworld, and I basically started by building the main castle, which is all the way on the northern end. So, as you can see here by the following slides, this is actually my progress for building it. You're actually going to see some interior work in a moment. But as you can see, this is by no means a small castle. I mean, this is big, this is extravagant, and some of the views and some of the certain angles, I mean, they really make for, like, picture-perfect poster bases, I guess? I'm not sure what to call them, but, you know, some of them actually turned out to be really cool. Now, you may also notice throughout the course of this slideshow that some of these shots have texture packs, some of them are without. And that's because, well, back when I started building this castle, or the entire realm altogether for that matter, I was using an earlier version of Minecraft, and it enabled this texture pack. It was called R3D Craft. I think that's what it was called. Anyway, so yeah, I started with an earlier version of Minecraft. I was using that texture pack, but then Minecraft got updated and the texture pack became incompatible. But at least with some of the slides, you get an idea of what it would look like if the texture pack was still compatible. I'm really proud of all this progress. I mean, it turned out really nice. It turned out better than I expected. I mean, some of the ideas that I had for this world, I mean, I wanted to accomplish them, but the thought of even trying to make like the perfect Minecraft world in existence, I mean, the idea of that was almost delusional, I think. But on a positive note, yes, on a more positive note, it turned out really, really nice. I am very, very pleased. Now, for constructional basis or building reasons, I used MC Edit and actually built some of the things away from the castle and then edited them in later. It was a lot easier to do it like that. I also used MC Edit to copy several things that I didn't just want to build over and over again because, truth be told, repetition annoys me. Yeah, don't ask me why. I mean, just repetition just annoys me on a whole. Let's just leave it at that. So, you may have seen some of the fountains, some of the hallways, and some of the interior work and decoration. I put a lot of effort into building this castle, but I cannot take credit for the whole design because I actually nicked these ideas from Russell96, who is on YouTube. Go ahead and check out his channel. I will try to put a link in the description if I can, or if I remember at least. Yeah, check him out. He's a really good designer. And Russell, if you're pissed at me for stealing your ideas, sorry, dude. But anyway, a lot of the build, I mean, it was tedious, but I also had a lot of fun doing it. And as you can see, this is actually one of the areas for a fountain, but this one, as you can see here, this is kind of a mixed fountain. Half of it is water, half of it is lava. I almost tripped over my tongue there. Anyway, I think I did a good job with that. I mean, half and half. Like, you guys know I believe in God and that the underworld is the home of the Antichrist. And I think the split fountain is kind of symbolic of that. For every yin, there is a yang. One cannot exist without the other. So, God cannot exist without the devil and vice versa. Or at least that's how I view things. I'm deist. Give me a break. Anyway, here is the Arboretum. If that's what it's called. Anyway, it's got a lot of trees and it is like really nice. It's got trees, it's got grass, it's got a nice fountain. I'm proud of it. Crap, there was something else I wanted to add. Oh yeah, I mixed up the variation of trees. Like, there's some jungle trees, there's some birch trees, there's some dark oak in there, I think. Anyway, it's a mishmash of trees. I tried to make it look like it could be a park that you could walk through. So, that's enough for the Arboretum. The hallways, I mean, they're very basic, but they're decorative, and they do look nice. Very fitting for the castle, I think. Well, they do fit in with the theme. Sorry, I'm adjusting the headset. Yeah, I like the halls. They're basic, but cool. They serve their purpose. They lead into various rooms, like the ballroom, which I designed myself. Red and black carpeting, checkerboard style. The dining room, it's basic. I also designed that as well. Gave that a stone and stone brick checkerboard pattern. I think it looks nice. I used dark wood for the table and chairs. The barracks, they're simple, but they are really cool. Each individual room, I mean, they're all the same, but each one has 3 beds, so it can house up to 3 soldiers a room. And, you know, they're very detailed, or they're very basic, but it's not that bad. Anyway, so the hallway that leads to Vertex's bedroom, it has like an indoor pool and kind of a side sauna, or a drying rest area, whatever you want to call. The staircase that leads up to the bedroom, it goes the same direction as the towers. It goes in a counterclockwise direction. But yeah, once you get up to the top of the staircase, you can see the entrance to the bedroom. And the bedroom, it's dark, it's villainous, but very fitting for the character. I mean, after all, he is the Demon King, so yeah, it's gotta be dark and evil. The hall that leads to the throne room, it's kind of royal, with a red and yellow carpet. The light fixtures and the fire basket, I mean, they're nothing too unique. I mean, you've seen them before all throughout. Oh, before we get to the throne room, here is an Escher room that I also decided to throw in because, well, I like the movie Labyrinth, and I'm also a big David Bowie fan, and I thought the Escher, God, words, too many of them. Anyway, I thought the Escher room was really badass, and I tried to make it a combination of Labyrinth and the actual Escher painting. I tried to make it as true to that as possible. Like, I tried to make it, like, really confusing. Like, you can't tell for sure which is up and which is down, or whether Minecraft was programmed right or not. So yeah, I put a lot of work into this room, but I'm very proud of it, in all honesty. I used sandstone, just the normal sandstone, red sandstone, and the red sandstone stairs. It sounded like I twisted my tongue. Anyway, the bottom is supposed to be an end portal, but Minecraft got all jacked up and it's not showing each and every one. But I used obsidian to make it blend in. Here's part of a wall. This is a prison for holding prisoners, people who have disrespected the Demon King. Anyway, here is the full-on castle. I think it all looks better at night, and that's why nowadays, when I go on to the underworld world, I have it stuck on the night setting. Like, the daylight cycle is basically non-existent. I also threw in a moat, give it some detail, and the path I use nether wart and nether brick. And I think it looks badass, if I'm completely honest. I think I did a good job. I'm not saying that I did the best Minecraft castle of all time, but I am proud of what I have accomplished in this world. Here are some extra shots that I forgot to throw in. Yeah, there's a lot of detail. I mean, well, of course there's a lot of detail. I mean, it's based on a medieval castle, and medieval castles are well known for having highly sophisticated architecture, exquisite molding. I mean, let's be honest here. Medieval times, I mean, it was the most artistic time for architecture. Architecture. Words. Too many of them. I keep stumbling on my tongue. I think I might need a new tongue. Anyway, so I have various different paths that lead to various different areas. I believe I threw in an art gallery and some armories here and there. Storage areas. I believe the gatehouse has secret passages, or not really secret, but other miscellaneous passages that lead to different well-known places. The castle is kind of confusing, but in the end, though, once you get a feel for the castle and you really know where you're going and how you're getting there, then it becomes less confusing and you'll get the hang of it, I think. Anyway, oh, another thing to mention, I also threw in a sitting or reading room, and I also threw in a library. Well, as George Michael said, I believe that every house should have a library. That's probably not a spot-on accent, but yeah. Now, here's an ironic fun fact. George Michael died on Christmas 2016, and his favorite holiday was Christmas. So that's kind of ironic that his favorite holiday would stab him in the back. But may he rest in peace, God bless his soul, or whatever he believed in. I don't know if he believed in God or not, but yeah. Rest in peace, George Michael. Anyway, back to the Minecraft world. Yeah, there are various different passages, very different ways and places that you can go. If I were to make this world available for download, I mean, it's nowhere near complete, but the castle is. So, yeah. You could check out the castle, but I'm sure that this will be enough for the time being. But, oh, here's the throne room. This was actually, believe it or not, this was actually the hardest part because I wanted it to be like a standalone tower, the tallest part of the entire castle. Yeah, there are hallways that lead into it. And there's actually a passageway that leads from the throne room into the Escher room, so that's something. The chandelier, it's pretty much glowstone and glass, as you can plainly see in that shot. Um, and the view from the very top, well, it is extraordinary when you have full render distance, but it's also fairly nice to see other parts of the castle from there. Um, it's an all-around throne room, I guess you could say. Um, now, there's a sneak peek at what I'm going to show you later. Anyway, there is a spell casting courtyard or an enchantment courtyard. The prison, as I've mentioned. I mean, it is full of detail. I mean, come on. For how many cells there are, well, for every cell, I mean, you are going to get some level of detail. All cells are the same. Anyway, we have these really cool statues that were actually designed by Axianerve, who is also on YouTube. One of them, at the far right of the castle, has a treasure hoard. And I also placed some glowstone lamps and glowstone blocks around, just so you can see the things a bit better. Like, there's gold, there's diamond, there's iron, there's nether warts, or nether wart brick, and emerald bricks, and we also have end crystals. Don't hit those, they'll explode. Anyway, here is the path again, or at least the path that, after you come up the stair path, it joins into the castle, so yeah, there's that. Now, aside from the castle, there is also the Demon Village, which I used Axianerve's Gothic castle design as like demonic mansions. And I also designed these street fire baskets for additional light because, well, it's a village. It's got to have some sort of light. I mean, glowstone isn't enough, or at least I don't think it's enough. Yeah, you can see the difference there. Why I threw in a road with the whole city thing. Yeah, you can see the multiple various, and you can also see render issues that I had at the time. And this super mansion, I guess, it could be kind of like a mini palace for the royal guard or something. I don't know. It's my imagination, and I'm pretty sure even if I did try to explain it, some people would still get confused and stuff, and I really just don't want to risk causing mental strain for anyone. But you gotta admit, all these places and the way I position them, they all look cool. But like I said, I did not design... Well, 80% of it I did not design. Anyway, there's the gatehouse for the city walls. I made myself laugh. Anyway, the gate actually does work on this one. The gate on the actual castle, it's just for show. As you can see there, yes, you push the button and the castle gate can, or the wall gate can open and close. Anyway, here's the main entrance to the Demon City. It's like a wood door. I didn't want to make it in the open position. That would be too much work. I decided to go with the basics, and I think it looks fine like this. Not overly great, but I think it looks good. Anyway, so straying away from that, we get into this maze thing. Yeah, it's basically just one pattern repeated over and over again. I do plan on changing that up sometime in the near future. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that, but I basically designed the central maze pattern to have 4 ways of going out. Like, there's 4 ways in, 4 ways out, something like that. You can see it repeated right there. There are these factory things, which I can't remember where I stole this from, But we have a Western Palace. I believe the original Minecraft world was called Castle with Dragons. I don't remember where that's from. Damn it. But if I will say this, if you did design some of these things, please feel free to leave a comment, because I really don't want to take credit for something that I did not do. I will take credit for the maze, though. I did do the maze. The maze was me. So, lost my train of thought. Anyway, I think the Western Palace looks nice. Definitely an appropriate fit. There are going to be more additions to come. How about I give you an inside look at the Western Palace? Like, you can see some of the detail that the guy threw into it. I think it looks nice, and that's why I threw it in. Yeah. As you can tell, the world is mostly stone bricks, cobblestone, things of that nature. Yeah, I think it all looks nice. Yeah. Anyway, here is the Hellhound Forest. It's basically a lot of jungle trees. There are dark oak trees in 2 of the side paths. But as you can see, the jungle trees, they make up the majority of the forest, and it is a very heavy forest. If I'm completely honest, I mean, like, how is anyone supposed to find their way through? I mean, there's hardly any light except for the small campsite. But, you know, there are a lot of vines and stuff, and it's crazy, man. It's very, very crazy. Anyway, here's the campsite. It's nothing much. I mean, it's just a small gap in the forest. There's also a ladder. Yeah, it leads up to the top of the wall, which I actually did design this wall based on Russell 96's wall design, castle wall design, and it leads into the crater of Third Degree Burns. Yes, there is a lava crater with various different lava spores, and there is also a bridge that is right above a lava spore, so you're gonna want to be extra careful and hope that it doesn't explode, because if it does explode, that bridge is going to ignite and it is not going to be pretty. You'll fall. Anyway, basically the crater, it's just a cylinder hole with lava spores, and I had to terraform certain parts to make it look more visually interesting. Yeah, I guess you could say that I accomplished my goal with that. But really, I think that there was so much more that I could have done, but I think what I did was fine enough. I really didn't want to go overboard and get too carried away, as Jeracraft would say. By the way, subscribe to him as well. I've been watching his videos, and he's really good. He's a really good Minecrafter. What else can I say about this? Oh, this lava fall thing. Like, that's custom design. I didn't know how I was going to build it, but I definitely did want to make it... what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. But, you know, I think the way I did it, it looks fairly well. It has a certain, what the French call, je ne sais quoi. Yes, I know some French phrases. I mean, come on, man. J'aime le français. Yes, I love the French. And I also threw in this amusement park because, well, you guys know I'm a big fan of Michael Jackson, and Michael Jackson had the amusement park that we know as Neverland. And, you know, I didn't want to make it too extreme, but then again, I wanted to put in enough to where people would get the feel of an amusement park just by looking at all this. So that about does it, guys. That's what I have so far. If you liked what you see, please hit that like button, and I will talk to you next time. Take care.